Kushikwa jana, it means kuhesabu hizo 24 hours. Tukiamkia kesho yake inafaa upeleke kotini. Because ukikaa kwa seli itamaanisha hiyo 24 hours stipulated by the constitution itakuwa imelapse. And so those people are supposed to be taken to court today. There is no bargaining about that. There should be no compromise about that. They were supposed to be arraigned in court and face the judge, and the judge would have given his ruling or her ruling in that case. So kama hawajapelekwa kotini, that is a travesty of justice against these people. And this is why I'm saying we should not let this continue. It's so sad that we are educated, we are learned, we call ourselves civilized, but we are letting these things to happen, to continue happening. It's so sad right now that we cannot speak freely in our own country because we are afraid of the police, we are afraid of being abducted or killed in our country. Kwa hivyo hiyo maneno ya hao watu wanafaa kuwa wamepelekwa kotini. Simple as that. Kama hawajapelekwa kotini, the police are holding them against the law and against their will also. I am Julius Kamau Kimani. I am an active citizen of this country, and I've just come here to Central Police Station because I have received some reports that there are people who were arrested yesterday, and I had gone to look for them in the courts. I thought they would be processed in the courts and then maybe released, or because that is the procedure, that should be the procedure. But I've heard, unfortunately, they are still in the cells. I don't know what is happening. I don't know why they have not been taken into court. Because as I say, that is a procedure, and it's wrong for the police to hold people in a police cell. That is against their human rights. That's going against their rights as human beings, and so it's not right for the police to do that. And so I think we must come together and give these people solidarity, because they are people, and what they were doing is not wrong. What they were doing is trying to wake up the people of this country or to change this country. And we are still in that struggle. The struggle has not ended. We didn't want to see change in this country, because if these things happen, continue to happen, it means we have achieved nothing. We are going back to the same place where the police are above the law, or seems to be above the law. And that is not right. I don't know why the police should think they are above the law. They should follow the constitution, because the constitution is the supreme law of the land, and everyone should guard the constitution and keep it. In fact, these people should be the law keepers, but the police now happens to be the law breakers. They're the ones breaking the law. In fact, this is an issue that we must address. And I think to address this issue, we have a lot of work to do. We have to do a lot of input to educate our people, to tell our people the truth. I think the police institution is still a colonial institution, which holds the memory, still holds the memory, the colonial memory that Africans should be controlled. That is why they have no qualms arresting our people while they were practicing their constitutional right of assembly or expressing themselves, or the freedom of expression, which is guaranteed by our constitution. I think we have a duty to stand up with the constitution and to see that the constitution is followed by everyone, including the president of this country. And I think we have to know how to get out of this mess, because when politicians do not follow the constitution, then we the average people or the common mwananchi are supposed to follow the constitution. It's not right. We need a balance on these issues. And to get that balance, I think the only thing to do that is to change this system. Because I think it is so much rooted in colonial time era. I think nothing really changed. The police force is not a police service. It is still a police force which sees Africans as inferior human beings. And I think it's time for us to address that. So I think we have a duty to see that these people are given their rights. I don't know why they were not taken to court. Then if they were not taken to court, the next step should be to release them with a free board or with a free board. I think that should be is what we should be talking about. It's what we should force to happen in this country. I feel so bad because our justice system is broken, totally broken. It does not serve us at all. Because going by what was happening, the demonstrations, the peaceful demonstrations, people were arrested, many people were arrested, many others were killed. And this is sad, it's very sad. The abductions are still going on. People are still being abducted and killed by the police, by the Kenya police. That is so sad. And as I was saying, we, the innocent protesters or demonstrators, we are being arrested and arraigned in court. And we are charged with unlawful assembly or what have you. But I have not heard of one police officer who have been arrested and arraigned in court and put on trial because of killing innocent Kenyans. That I'm here to see that happen. And so that's why I'm saying our justice system is broken. The Kenyan judges are bribed. The Kenyan courts are biased, totally biased against poor people in this country. And this is so sad. We don't have a country here. That is why we must fight to get back our country. Because I don't know why we have murderers on the loose. We have killers on the loose. These are the Kenya police, the DCI, and NIS. They are killing our people, but they have not been taken to court. So the more we postpone justice, we are creating a society of injustice, a society of violence, where there's no justice. What replaces justice, the value of justice is violence. So we are creating a system of violence, a spiraling cycle of violence that will not end until we sit down and say this is not right, until we hold the leaders who are in power into account. And I think in this case, the president of this country should be held to account because he has ordered the killing of innocent Kenyans. And nothing has happened up to now. Many people are killed, very many young people. We remember the Kware, whatever, the bodies that were discovered at Kware in a swamp. That issue is still to be addressed. The massacre that happened in Githurai, the media, or rather the government, went ahead and tried to hide the true information to the people. So we are not knowing what is happening. And we have a right to know. We have a right to know how many people are killed. We have a right also to know why they were killed. Because these people are killing people. I will not call them police officers. They are criminals and they should be held as so. And I don't know. I am asking Kenyans, thinking Kenyans, if you still feel that you are conscious and you are concerned, deeply concerned about the situation of our country, what are we going to do to make justice flow in our land, to make our courts, to provide justice to everyone? The sound of justice, the roar of justice must be heard by everyone, including the people back in our villages. Because I think we have to revive this country, or to revive the justice system. I believe that true justice is to be found in the hearts of men. And if it dies there, no court of law, no constitution, however well written, no court of law, however well constituted, can be able to replace that justice. So it's time for us to come together as a generation and fight for justice, to free our people from mental slavery. Because as long as we have this mindset that our leaders are superior to us, that they can get away with anything, that there's nothing we can do to them, that is a very bad situation. They have lied to us. They have brainwashed us to believe that they can do anything and get away with it. And that is so. We have murderers in power. We have liars and thieves and criminals. People who are stealing billions of Kenyans people money, making us poor. And so that is the issue that we must address. These people must be held accountable. They must be held into account. We cannot continue like this. If we go on like this, then it means we have failed our country. We have failed humanity. We have failed our young people. We have failed our society. Let us not be guilty of failing our society.
Labda kwa Kiswahili.
Yeah.